But I've really come to appreciate Paul, because I think, and was he in Danger UXB? He was in some of those sort of World War II-ish or Colditz sort of 70s dramas. And I think he embodies that kind of World War II, sort of David Niven spirit, what with the tash and everything. He's quite understated, he's quite withheld, but then when he reveals a bit of emotion, it's really powerful. And I like that he was in the mix, along with the American method actor and the kind of the broader Australian who doesn't, as Nick Tate said, he doesn't count, Australians don't kowtow to anybody.
I think you're absolutely right. And he is the British sensibility in it. I think Series 1 particularly is kind of the, it's the spirit of the Blitz thing. If what would sort of World War II London be like if you were on a moon base hurtling through the universe? And it sort of is that sort of stiff upper lip. I know this is all catastrophic, but we've got to keep going. And he is that embodiment, isn't he, Paul, as a character? I noticed, actually, rewatching it, how perpetually grumpy he is. But of course you would be, and I suppose that's again to your point that the Commander Conan, come on guys, we can keep doing it. Well, actually, you can see where this is all going, guys. I mean, really, we're all going to die.
There's an episode when, is it the one where there's a recital and there's that guitarist, he's quite famous, Jim something. Got his name.
She's back to her notes again.
No, I've got it because he was a really famous session guitarist. He's playing the sitar or something, and it's the one with where that guy gets haunted by his own future ghost. Do you know the one?
I don't. 48 episodes, Samira.
It's not Seance Spectre.
That's the
Yeah, Samira, we're relying on you because you're the true expert here.
The Troubled Spirit. Jim Sullivan, Big Jim Sullivan,
okay.
right? In that episode, when they're all at a recital, it's a really highbrow moon base. They're all at this classical music recital, and the camera pans, and it's a single shot. It kind of goes through to where this strange thing starts to happen. But I'm sure it's the episode where Paul is just in the, what's it called? Main Mission, and he's just reading a book. They just laughed. You'd be on duty and you're just reading a book, and it's obviously something it's a hardback. It's quite highbrow. And I think in Black Sun he's playing his guitar, and Tanya comes in and asks if she can just hang out with him because she's lonely. And I just love these little glimpses into his inner life. And then that one where he has the magic mushrooms.
What?
The one where
there are some episodes that I'm definitely missing.
The one where an atmosphere appears on Moonbase Alpha.
Oh, yeah.
And he starts talking about it like he's a prophet, this manna from heaven, and it's obviously sent him nuts. The Last Sunset.
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry, I'll
Samira,
stop.
she's going to keep. Well, she's going to show me up completely.
I need an outlet
Karen,
for
with
this
all this.
knowledge.
No, it's good.
No, it is great. We've mentioned Master Landau. We've mentioned Prentice Hancock. When we were having coffee before this, you chatted briefly about Victor Bergman as a character and how you didn't necessarily appreciate him at the time.
As a child, I have to confess, I think I did gravitate more towards the series 2 episodes. So, and I thought Victor Bergman's character, I don't know, I think he looked like people I knew, like all my parents' old relatives, with that weird, wiry hair. And usually that kind of person would come and grab my cheeks, and all that I hated. So I instinctively just sort of didn't really appreciate him. But rewatching Series 1, he's such an intelligent, thoughtful foil to all the other characters. He's a repository of all this intelligence. And I'm trying to think when he would have been born. Would he have been born in the 1920s or 30s? So he'd have been old enough
in real
to
life.
In terms of how old his character would be to be, 60-something in 1999? He would have been born about 1930-something.
Yeah, probably.
In real life, I know he's much older.
In real life, I think he was born in 1918 or something.
But and it was such a lovely naturalistic performance.
No, I thought his performance was absolutely brilliant. And that's the thing about Series 1. The crew are much less monoculture. They're sort of, you've got Victor Bergman's character, who's Victor Bergman. Yeah, Victor Bergman's professor, and who's all about intellectual curiosity and the abstract thoughts about the universe. But and you've got Commander Koenig, but you've also got Paul, the sort of slightly dour. Well, this is where we are. This is what we're up to.
He's a military man, is Paul, isn't he? He likes orders.
He likes orders, and he sort of sees the impossibility of the mission, but he's going to carry them out anyway. And so that pulls the whole thing in lots of lovely different directions. And the thing, I agree. Back then, really, if I'm being honest, as a 7, 8-year-old, I kind of want to see Alan Carter jump off the deck in an Eagle. I want to see Helena Russell save some lives in the sick bay when it'd been blown up a bit. I wanted to see all of that. But that bit of spin Victor puts on things. And I remember it particularly from Voyager's Return.
Oh,
where
such a good episode.
You're watching that. And it's the one time where Koenig breaks character with the whatever it takes to save my crew. Because there's this probe with a bit of knowledge on it. And it threatens his entire fleet. And instead of saying... proper in character, Koenig would have gone, just blow that out the sky
It's
right
already
now.
killed 200
I
people
don't
kind
care
of thing,
what
yeah.
it's like. Yeah, just blow it out the sky. You know, Victor manages to convince him that, he said, but what a shame, John, the loss of all that knowledge. And Victor does this weird thing of like, I'll risk everybody in this space for the prize of that knowledge. And Koenig goes along with him.